In today's lecture we are going to learn about system. So whatever signals we have studied till now, we are going to provide it as an input into the system, and then depending upon the impulse function or the impulse response of the system, we are going to get an output. When we say impulse response, usually we apply a impulse signal, or can say delta signal. So system is basically depends on signals. So we are going to learn what is a system basically. So how a system is defined is that, let's say this is a box which I represent as my system. So system works on the signals, or maybe a combination of signals. So xt, let's say the signal you are applying, and the system will respond to or work on the input signal, and it will provide an output signal to us, which is yt. Okay, this is true for discrete time domain also. The signal then changes to x of n, and the response you get will be y of n. Okay, so we have different types of signal systems. Cascade, when you are going to join two systems one after another, or can say in series. So you will have x of t, and then let's say you have a system 1 s1 and system 2. So depending upon the input applied to it, it will give us, let's say, output y1 of t. This y1 of t act as an input to the system 2, and it will provide us the output y2t, or in some cases we just represent it by final output yt. There can be two systems in series, 3, 4, 5, depending upon the requirement of the device which we are operating. Now same is true for this. The only difference will be that it's in discrete time domain. Then another form is your parallel form, or you can say parallel connection of systems. So depending upon what your requirement is, 2, 3, so you will apply input to it. Input is applied to them, and how you are working with them, it depends on that also. So let's say there is an adder which is providing you an output y of t. So s1 and s2 are again systems. You can have 3, 4, 5 depending upon that. Another thing with respect to the adder is that you can add two signals, or you can subtract them also. Okay, and depending upon what you are doing, you are going to get an output. Okay, same is again true for discrete time domain. Okay, then you can have a hybrid system, which is hybrid system, or a combination of series and parallel system. Combination means that at one place maybe they are in parallel and series both. X of t, s1, s2, s3, and they might lead to an adder which might be adding them, or maybe in communication systems you will learn they might be used on a modulation. then we might be using a modulator there. So it can be a plus minus, or it can be a plus plus, and you will get an output. And same is again true for x of n and y of n. Okay, then one more form which is left, which you might have studied these two terms with respect to the electronics and electrical systems which we study, the feedbacks. So there might be a positive feedback or a negative feedback. So how feedback loops are used in system, it can be a positive feedback or a negative feedback. So you have a system, let's say denoted by S, and then there is a output, let's say yt, or output is denoted just as output. So you take a part of output back, and you are using an adder to provide it in the form of input back to the system. This is your input x of t. Now depending upon what you are doing here, if you are putting a negative here, then it will be a negative feedback. And when I'm doing it, I will be obviously doing a portion of it which you are going to study in detail later, that this will be your feedback, how much you are feeding back to the input. If it's a negative, it's a negative feedback. It's a positive here, it will be a positive feedback. Okay, so these are two more important, can say, ways by which the system can be used. In the next lecture we are going to learn the different properties of system. Thank you.